Ever feel like you're stuck in a financial rut, kind of like spinning your wheels, getting nowhere?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, today we are diving deep into Dave Ramsey's The Total Money Makeover
Okay.
to, see if his advice can like help us break free from that cycle. We've got excerpts ready to go, and we'll unpack why his approach is relatable to so many people.
Yeah, one of the things that's really interesting about Ramsey is how he's really transparent about sharing his own, financial journey.
Right.
He went from, being a millionaire to being bankrupt and back again.
Wow.
And I think it's that authenticity that makes his advice feel more attainable.
Totally. He's like not afraid to admit those questionable financial decisions.
Yeah.
But he does it with humor and a roadmap to get back on track, which I appreciate.
Right. And I think that's a key point, is that this isn't about like pointing fingers or dwelling on past mistakes. It's really about a shift in perspective. It's a fundamental change in how we manage money.
Yeah, I love that. It's like trading in those comfy sweatpants
Yeah.
for like, I don't know, something a little more stylish. It might feel weird at first, but the end result, I mean, could be amazing.
Totally. Yeah. It's about recognizing those, ingrained financial habits that we have.
Totally.
And choosing to rewrite that script. And one of the things I appreciate, too, is that he doesn't just, preach this from some theoretical standpoint.
Right.
He, throughout the book, he weaves in real stories from people
Oh, interesting.
who have actually used his baby steps
Oh, cool.
to climb out of debt.
I mean, who doesn't love a good success story?
Yeah.
Especially when there's like obstacles to overcome.
Absolutely.
It's like that little extra boost you need,
Yeah.
like proof that it's possible. But before we get to all of those success stories, let's look at those debt myths
Yeah.
that Ramsey really tries to tackle.
Right. And they're so, ingrained in our society that we don't even realize they're holding us back.
Yeah, we've all heard them. Debt is just a tool.
Right.
Leasing a car is the sophisticated choice.
Oh, yeah.
Credit cards are fine. You just have to pay them off each month. Like on the surface, they almost sound good.
Right. They sound good. They're almost comforting in a way.
Right.
But just like that new car smell fades away, the allure of easy credit evaporates pretty quickly. When you're faced with those mounting interest charges
Yeah.
and your finances are like spiraling out of control.
Yeah, it's like too good to be true.
Exactly.
So how do we dismantle these debt myths? Where do we even start?
Well, Ramsey, he offers this, structured approach
Okay.
with his 7 baby steps.
Yeah.
And they all kind of build on each other. It's
Okay.
not about doing everything at once.
Right.
It's more like the step-by-step thing.
I like that. Progress, not perfection.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So let's break them down. Those steps, why this order, what's the deal?
Okay, so step 1 is simple, but it's super important. And he says you save $1,000 cash, like as quickly as you can.
Okay.
That's your starter emergency fund.
Gotcha.
And it's about just having that, little bit of a safety net.
Yeah, just a little breathing room, if something comes up.
Exactly.
Like unexpected car stuff or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that kind of paves the way for step 2. This is where his approach gets interesting.
Right.
The debt snowball. So instead of prioritizing those high interest debts,
Right.
you actually list all your debts, smallest to largest.
Interesting.
And you focus all your energy on knocking out that smallest one first.
So it's not about the interest rate.
It's not about the interest rate.
It's so counterintuitive.
It seems counterintuitive,
Yeah.
but, his reasoning is that, you get this momentum
Okay.
by, knocking out those smaller debts.
Okay, so you build that momentum and then keep going.
Exactly.
Okay.
Each debt that's paid off is, fuels you to tackle the next one.
I like that.
It's a great motivator.
Yeah.
So you're on a roll, you're feeling good,
Okay.
and then, bam, life happens.
Yeah, right.
This is where step 3 comes in.
Okay, what is step 3?
So step 3 is, you got to build up that emergency fund even more.
Okay.
So we're talking 3 to 6 months of living expenses
Wow, okay.
saved up.
So that's not just like, oh, I have an extra $20 in my wallet.
No, this is like,
This is serious.
this is if you lose your job,
Okay.
if there's a medical emergency.
Yeah, those big things that can really derail you.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
And it's there to keep you out of debt.
So you're not freaking out, having to put her on a credit card and then you're back at square one.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
And that's a really important mental shift, too.
Yeah.
Going from reactive to proactive with your money.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So now that we're good, we're feeling safe and secure.
Right.
What's next?
Okay, so now we're moving from defense to offense.
Okay.
This is step 4, investing 15% of your household income for retirement.
Okay, so now we're thinking long term.
Long game.
Long game.
Yeah.
What if you, like, don't know anything about investing? Where do you even start?
That's the thing. He keeps it really simple.
Okay, good.
He's all about low-cost mutual funds,
Okay.
specifically ones in the S&P 500. You know, they've got that track record.
Yeah, it's like diversifying. Right. Not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, we think about retirement, it seems so far away,
Yeah.
but that's the point, right?
Start early.
Start early. Let that compounding work its magic.
Because over time, those small amounts really add up, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about kids? Like, kids are expensive. College is expensive.
Yes.
What does he say about that?
Okay, so step 5 is all about college funding.
Okay.
And Ramsey, he's very clear. No student loans
Oh,
for
wow.
you or your kids.
Okay.
He calls it cash flowing college.
Okay, so finding other ways to pay for it, essentially.
Yeah, and I think sometimes people hear that and they're like, well, that's just not realistic.
Right.
But there are options out there.
Cool.
Scholarships, grants, working part-time, starting at a community college. You know, there are ways to make it work.
So you're setting your kids up not to be, like, burdened by all this debt when they get older?
Yes.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about being financially responsible from a young age
Yeah.
and giving them those tools.
Okay, so we've tackled college. What's next?
Okay, so now you're in the home stretch of these baby steps.
Okay.
Step 6 is a big one. You're paying off your home mortgage early.
Oh, wow.
That's the dream.
That is the dream, yeah. No more mortgage payment.
Imagine that weight off your shoulders.
Yeah.
No more worrying about interest rates.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's a huge symbol of financial freedom and security.
Wow. So you've climbed the mountain,
You've made it.
planted your flag, you're feeling good.
Yeah.
But there's one more step, right?
There's one more step.
Okay, tell me, what is it?
The final step is all about, you know, enjoying it, building wealth and giving.
Okay, so this is where it gets fun.
This is the fun part. You've paid your dues. You've gotten out of debt.
Right.
Now you can really make a difference.
Okay.
And giving, it's not just about money.
Right.
It can be your time, your talents, your resources.
Using what you have to give back.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
This whole thing, these 7 steps, it's not going to happen overnight, right?
It takes time.
There are going to be challenges.
Obstacles.
Yeah, moments of doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
What does Ramsey say about that?
He talks about intensity and focus,
Okay.
especially in those early steps.
Yeah.
He makes this analogy about a gazelle escaping a cheetah.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's about recognizing the urgency and, like, taking action.
Yeah. Not just, like, sitting back and hoping for the best, but really being proactive.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
And celebrating those victories along the way.
Yes. Those small wins to keep you motivated.
Exactly.
So we're talking about those moments of doubt, those challenges. It's really helpful that that Ramsey shares some of those stories, you know,
Yeah.
to show how people actually applied these steps.
Yeah, absolutely. And these aren't, you know, like lottery winners or anything. It's just normal, everyday people.
Right? People you can relate to.
Exactly. Like, one that really stuck with me was about the single mom, Shelley.
Okay.
She was working like multiple jobs, just drowning in debt.
Yeah, it's easy to feel stuck, right? Like there's no way out.
Totally. But she decided to take control.
Good for her.
Started that debt snowball, got rid of the credit cards, really embraced living frugally.
Wow. It's amazing how much you can save when you actually pay attention.
Yeah.
Right. And it wasn't easy for her, but the results were huge.
Yeah.
She paid off $35,000 of debt and even started saving for a new car.
Wow, that's incredible. So it really shows you, like, it's about taking action.
Yeah.
It's not luck.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
You know, another story that really resonated with me was about this couple, Chance and Kimberly.
Okay.
They had a growing family and, I mean, a ton of debt.
Yeah.
They decided to, like, go all in. Joined his total money makeover challenge.
Oh, wow.
And, I mean, in 6 months, completely turned their finances around.
Wow, that's amazing. Like, what'd they do?
Well, they got intense, you know, like really focused.
Okay, yeah, gazelle intensity, right?
Exactly. Picked up extra jobs, cut their spending way back, even downsized their house.
Wow, that's a big decision, selling your home.
It is, but it paid off, you know.
Yeah, literally.
They got rid of all their debt, and they also won $50,000.
What? No way from the challenge.
Huh.
Talk about a total money makeover, right?
That's amazing. But even beyond the money, it's got to feel good to just, like, not have that stress anymore.
Exactly. That's what Ramsey really drives home.
Right.
It's not just about the numbers, it's how it makes you feel.
Yeah, totally. So we've covered a lot. For our listeners who are like ready to jump in, what are those key takeaways from the Total Money Makeover?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is just that anyone can achieve financial freedom.
Okay.
You don't have to be a financial expert. It's about making changes, building habits.
Right, those small steps like we talked about.
Exactly. You don't have to do it all at once. Just start with one thing. Create a budget. Or finally look at those credit card statements.
Yeah, whatever that first step is for you, just start.
I love that. It's about changing your mindset,
Totally.
It's possible.
You can do it. Imagine that feeling, right?
Yeah.
Having control of your money, living a life of abundance, making a difference.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Well, this has been awesome. A real deep dive into the Total Money Makeover. We hope you found it helpful and motivating. Remember, it's a journey.
It is.
Take it one step at a time, and you can build that brighter financial future